head straight to school. I'm making my way towards the high school that I attend. I'm currently in my second year. Nice. While running, a movie that I recently watched springs to mind. It's an old sci-fi movie set in the year 2050. Sci-fi movies from the past are quite remarkable. They all seem to lack creativity. Some would include large-scale space battles, those are nice. Others would have vehicles flying through the sky, not so nice. That's just too unrealistic. It's true that there have been major strides in science and technology, but it's difficult to change what we've grown so accustomed to. In this year of 2050, oh, it's 2050 now, people still walk to school, people still drive normal vehicles, people still ride bicycles and skateboards, can't get rid of that so easily. Some people still use old fountain pens or pocket watches like me. But there exists a single piece of technology that's become more prominent in our lives. Androids. Androids are being used everywhere around the world. That is the only difference our contemporary world has to offer. And that's the hall. You're late, buddy. I entered the hallway just as the morning bell starts to ring. Giving it all I got, I make a dash for my classroom. Please refrain from running in the hallways. A generator android scolds me lightly, but I easily brush it off. These types of androids have facial recognition capabilities that allow them to report troublemakers. Knowing that, I keep my face well hidden while running past the android. Exploring their weaknesses is my specialty. As a result, I never got into trouble at school. Huh. Safe! I entered the classroom acting like a professional baseball player who just stolen a base. I noticed that the teacher hasn't arrived yet. I plunked down in my seat while still huffing. That was pretty close. Did you sleep in again? I hear a familiar voice calling out to me. I didn't hear a voice. Yeah, it's just Lucy. It's coming from the guy sitting next to me. Well, don't you look like a rich boy? A clever-looking fellow. People usually refer to him by his nickname, Dr. Gears. Right. I might as well start calling you Q from the James Bond movies. That's because he's a real geek with a burning passion for robots. I, on the other hand, despise robots. And while I label myself an introvert, he's very approachable and outgoing. Moreover, our tastes and hobbies differ quite a lot, but he's actually my best bud in the entire class. Huh, puzzling, is it? Nah, opposites kind of attract. Even our classmates found it strange, yeah? No, I just had some business to take care of. Music's kinda loud for some reason. Really, this early in the morning? Let me turn down the music. Right there. Turn that down too. Just a little bit. Really, this early in the morning? It's a long story. Unfortunately, I'm cut off by the sound of the classroom door opening. A middle-aged man a middle-aged man makes his entry. It's the teacher. A female assistant android is trailing behind him. What's he been doing, huh? Let's talk about this later. I send him a signal. He returns with a thumbs up. Or, yay, he returns a thumbs up. Lunchtime arrives in a blink of an eye. I I take out my freshly brought pieces of bread and arrange them upon my desk. I prepare to enjoy my lunch with Dr. Gears. Two desks have been joined together. On my desk there are a couple of pieces of fried croissants and a carton of chocolate milk. On his desk, there's a tasty looking lunchbox. My friend appears to be enjoying his lunch. I've heard that his maid android makes it for him every morning. Ah, that's nice. But how's the actual food? It doesn't look half bad. For someone who eats bread every day like me, it's truly a feast for the eyes. Why are you just sitting there? Got a problem with your food? Ah, no, I should start eating. I receive a light scolding. I take a piece of croissant to my mouth. Why did the music stop? What? Am I drugged already? Again? As I delicately bite into its golden, crunchy surface, a warm, savory scent fills my nose. The sweet flavor of the dough mingles with the tantalizing aroma, creating a heavenly mixture. But that's not all. I would say cream, but I do not know. Whatever. Inside unleashes its softness as it slowly melts on my tongue. Then the vegetables in the mixture provide a strong, rich flavor. The eggs and the mashed potatoes also join in the fray. Well, that's a pretty good croissant then. Blending in pleasantly with all the other ingredients. This refined taste. Oh God, please don't beat this. I hate people like this. It must be nothing. Just a plain old piece of croissant. Oh, thank God. I was starting to hate you, man. I put it aside and casually asked Dr. Gears a question. By the way, didn't you once tell me that you have a lot of androids at home? Huh? Yeah, 6 of them in total, I think. 6. Jeez. Probably one for cooking, one for cleaning, one for building stuff, a sexual robot maybe. 6 of them, huh? What an impressive number. It's impossible for normal households to be able to afford that many. The rumor has it that he's from a rich family. I guess it's true. Must be. Where's this coming from all of a sudden? It's nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Don't you think? He starts grinning like an idiot. Hey, your food's falling out of your mouth, you know. You've taken a liking to androids, haven't you? Have you finally decided to put an end to this war between us? Friends do fight. Well, for now, I guess. A wise decision. Androids are simply amazing, you know. They're truly the greatest invention that science has delivered since the beginning of mankind. There are lots of different types. Yeah, I bet there are. But I would recommend the maid models above all else. They take care of all the chores and really know how to cook. Well, that explains your cooking. On top of that, the female ones are all pretty cute. Sometimes I find myself admiring their beauty. You got one sick, twisted mind, Gears. Tisk. Don't you know that people can achieve inner peace with beauty? Yeah, they could. It's been proven by science, you know. Was it? I shake my head weirdly. I do admire his enthusiasm over something so petty though, really. Look, I just care more about what's on the inside, that's all. What are you talking about? I'm saying that it doesn't matter whether they're pretty or not, I just hate robots in general. Here's an example using people. Let's say there's a person with a pretty face, but he's a man. Does the fact that he's got a woman's face change anything? No, he's ultimately a man. Likewise, even if I see a beautiful android, Since it's ultimately a robot, its aesthetics don't matter anymore. It just becomes an illusion. What I'm trying to say is that even if a robot acts like a person, it's not. Therefore, all robots are the same to me, and I dislike them all. Dude, have you seen... I forgot. I forgot the name. Shit, never mind. I guess you still haven't changed your mind. But there has to be a reason why you brought it up, right? Yep. Smart fella. Normally, you wouldn't ever talk about it. Well, yeah. Got you there. If you're looking to buy one, I'm here for you, man. I'll make sure to fill you in everything you need to know. I'm telling you, you'll be making the greatest purchase of your life. I already got a robot though. Supposedly. After those words, I couldn't help but scratch my cheeks. I'm not exactly looking to buy one. Could it be that you're worried about the price, my friend? Don't worry. I have some connections that'll let you have one dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. As long as I'm with you, there won't be any problems. No, it's not that. There's no need to buy one. Now, just what do you mean by that? I fidget around, not knowing if I should tell everything. I found one somewhere. Alright. Found what? An android. You found one? An android. Yeah. Where? At the junkyard. Holy... You lucky bastard. Is it something like an IDX 358 or 455? What model is it? Something that starts with a P, I can't remember. PIM001, I think. Someone told me it's a pretty recent model, but I haven't seen anything impressive yet. Might as well give it some time though, it was free after all. Until you put it in a repair shop, which I prefer. Now you made me curious. I'll be sure to pay you a visit soon. He pauses for a moment before continuing, as if he's trying to change the subject. Well, I'm certainly happy that you take an interest in androids, but what? But you should be careful. About what? You've seen them on TV lately, right? Oh yeah, I heard it from the guy. Those who are obsessed with androids, they say it gets really tough to deal with as time goes on. I bet it does. I bet with a lot of things. You know? You spend a lot of time with someone or something, you get attracted to it no matter what. Robots are robots, humans are humans. That fact will never cease to exist. You should never forget this boundary between them. Robots are mere tools designed to make your lives easier. I wouldn't say mere tools. I mean, have you seen Skynet? Nothing more, nothing less. You better be off worrying more about the chances of being struck by lightning. Does he even realize who he's talking to? What a absurd idea. I'll make you love that robot, man. I will make you love it. I know. Of course, I don't expect that to happen to you of all people. You'll be wrong. I'm controlling this guy, not him. Depending on the choice. But it doesn't hurt to be a little self-aware, you know? Better safe than sorry. Alright, I get ya. I'll keep that in mind. He nods in response. About that alarm, I have a clock. I have an old clock that I have downstairs, and as my cousin says, it freaked the living shit out of him. Cause it sounded hollow. I mean, much more hollow than this, but Anyway, it scared the shit out of him, and now that I noticed it, it scared me too when it does that every hour. Before I knew it, it was already time for the final class of the day. At last, another monotonous day of school was coming to a close. But it feels as if this lecture will go on for eternity. I know the feeling. Time seems to be inching along at a turtle's pace. The chalkboard is filled with scribbles that are barely decipherable. It makes it much more difficult to understand the lesson, which is already painfully tough to begin with. Ugh. I can't take this anymore. The teacher is also awful at explaining things. I know those too. His words go through one ear and right out of the other. Unable to hold back the incoming fatigue, I let out a small yawn. Looking around me, it doesn't seem like anyone else is doing much better. All the unreasonable, pushy teachers have something in common. They never explain anything in the simplest way. They always make everything seem more complicated than it needs to be. A bunch of rotten snobs. That's what they are. Nothing in this world lasts forever. The teacher's dreadful onslaught of words ultimately comes to an end. Watching a politician give a speech is probably much less infuriating. That's saying something. All that's left now is to go home. Time to get out of this place. Aren't you forgetting something? Feeling like a prisoner who's just been set free, I quickly pack up my belongings. I wave goodbye to Dr. Gears and head home. Yup, you must be forgetting something, you douche. Oh, yep. Yeah, it is. On the way, I suddenly realized something. I completely forgotten about my Android at the repair shop. I almost ended up heading straight home. I doubled back towards my destination. I make it sound like a question, or make it sound like a go on, but whatever. I arrive at the shop. By looking through the windows, I could see that this place isn't too busy. There are a handful of people wandering about, but the repairman himself, I can't find him. Without hesitation, I enter the building.
안티크숍에 어서 오세요. 손님 뭘 찾으시나요?
That question mark. That must be Lucy, cause you're the only one with a voice. So welcome to to the antique shop. So she talks! Yay! Alright, well, I'm gonna save here though. Can't go too long and do something else for a little bit. So I'll put it right here. Make another save, just in case the recording doesn't go off there. So I'll leave that there. Alright. Have a good day, everyone. We'll continue this on next time.